So, hello guys! Welcome sa Psychology of Freedom. Ang gagawin ko ngayon, magta-type ulit ako ng celebrity kasi ni-request to ni Miss Will Rose Gorumba. So, thank you very much for the request and sana ma-type natin siya ng accurately. So, ano nga ba yung ginagamit natin for typing people? Siyempre, nandyan yung mga cognitive functions. Unang-una, pinaka-importante. Siyempre, yung interaction style nila. Direct ba sila magsalita or informative that keeps talking? Responding ba sila versus initiating? Movement versus control. Tapos yung temperament nila, syempre, abstract ba sila versus concrete? Affiliative versus pragmatic? Tapos systematic versus interest. So, ayun yung mga ano natin, parang process of elimination lang siya. So, again, hindi tayo nagtitake ng credit. So, ginamit ko yung type grid ni C.S. Joseph. Ito siya. So, process of elimination siya. Siyempre, unang-una, pag nagta-type, kailangan, tawag nito, kailangan hindi yung mga over-edited videos. Kasi, tendency, pwedeng maka-apekto yung cognitive transition, ma-mistype mo yung tao, di ba? Kailangan yung most natural, kasi dun tayo nasa ego. Kapag ka relax yung tao, kapag ka walang pressure, walang social pressure or anything pressure from the outside, for sure, nasa ego yung tao ng mga time na yon. So, ayan. So, bawal yung mga over-edited videos, bawal yung mga speeches, hindi siya ganun ka-accurate. So, parang pinaka-ideal nga yung mga vlogs na, hindi ganun ka, hindi over-edited. So, ayun. So, buti na lang may vlogs din si Casey. Tsaka, iwas copyright din. Tapos, ayun. So, syempre, yan. Casey, Concepcion, interview. Ayan. Ito, vlog din ata to eh. Sige, ito na lang.
Good evening, Casey!
Queen Mela. Alam mo, naiiyak ako sa'yo. You have come into full bloom. And, when they told me that you wanted me to be on your show, I really had to say yes. There was no way na hindi ako pupunta dito.
Ayan. So, nakita nyo naman, di ba? Una pala nag-initiate na siya. Initiating. So, lagyan muna natin ng name niya dito. Casey Concepcion. Initiating. Tapos, gusto mo na ito yung gawin ko. That's NE. Kasi, what do you want? What do other people want? Yan yung ginagawa ng mga NE users. NE.
At hindi ko makikilala ang Queen Mela ng 2020. So,
Wow.
Thank you for having me. Wow!
And thank you so much for saying yes.
I love you.
It means a lot to me.
Ang dami ng iba rin yung pinagsamahan natin sa Simply Casey and sa Star Circle
Nag-initiate na naman siya.
West Kids, di ba? You were my writer there then, SEQ.
Yes, SEQ. We were in 3 shows, Simply Casey, SEQ, and The Buzz. Now, 10 years after, here we are.
You're here. I'm so happy to meet you, the Queen Mela that I knew from the very beginning. Girl, from the moment pumasok ka sa dressing room ko, sabi ko talaga, hi, Queen.
Trivia lamang po, mga kapamela. Casey was the first one to acknowledge me as Queen Mela.
Hindi ka pa ganyan. Papunta ka pa lang doon. Pa-bloom ka pa lang, alam ko na.
Did you ever know that I was really a woman inside?
I just knew. We never talked about it, but I just knew. Your eyes, the way you look at me, at saka
The way you look at me, SI, sarili niyang experience.
for some reason, nung time na yun, parang I just knew. I'm really happy for you, girl. I really love speaking to you, the real you, diba? And getting to know you again.
I know we've changed for the better. How do you see yourself now comparing to the Casey you were 10 years ago? Who is Casey now?
Well, still the Casey you knew. It's still the Casey that I am today, except that I think, diba, like my playfulness is still there, my love for learning about people is still there. Yung
Informative. Kumbaga, they keep on, parang, they keep on talking, giving information na medyo nagko-correlate dun sa ganito, ganyan.
conversations, getting to know the world through different people is still there. But obviously, I think I'm a lot more secure and confident in who I am because you realize nobody's perfect. You don't have to be, you just have to be, it's really true. You have to be the best version of yourself. People say it all the time. And for me, I'm very sensitive to name calling. And I
Sensitive to name callings. Yan is TE. Diba? Ang mga TE users, they are more sensitive to criticism. Yun nga. Name callings. So, kasi, yan directly affects their FI. So, yan.
used to really tremble when somebody would name call me. But these days, it's like, diba? Kasama mo ba ako? Kasama ba kita nung pandemya, nung na-ECQ tayo at nagkaka-anxiety attack ako dahil mag-isa lang ako? Wala ka doon, diba? Kasama ba kita nung nagka-dengue ako sa ospital at gumaling na ako at lahat? Wala ka naman doon, diba? Nung na-heartbroken ako.
Ayun. SI, all about past experiences.
Kasama ba kita nun? Wala ka nun. So you don't have any right to make me feel less than who I really work hard to be. So, and I think when I see you, I see
Ayan, FI. This is who I am. Diba?
that, all of the things you've probably been through in the last 10 years, like, it's really important to just be the best version of yourself. Don't hurt anybody.
This is who I am. It won't hurt anybody. Parang FE. FE nemesis kinda. FE nemesis, FE critic. Parang ganun.
You are very, very beautiful. You are radiant, and it's really because the beauty inside of you is really reflecting, and we are seeing it right now.
Mela,
I know that
namiss ko tong boses mo na yan, the way you speak.
Initiating. And then,
Namiss ko to.
maraming salamat.
namiss ko to. Parang, all about the past again. Came back.
Thank you. I didn't know that I have that impact within you. Sabi ko, gusto kong maging Casey Concepcion from your debut sa NBC 10, yung billboard mo sa Human, to Paris to Pinas. Sabi ko, ang sarap siguro maging Casey Concepcion. Ang tanong ko talaga, wala bang problema si Casey? Doesn't Casey have any problem?
Yan ang mahiwagang tanong. Yan talagang iniisip ng marami kapag nakakakita sila ng perfect.
Iniisip ng marami, awareness of the thinking of other people, that's extroverted thinking. So, TE. Another point sa TE.
Instagram, kapag nakakita sila na perfect OOTD. But I think, all of us naman, like ako, my family is not perfect. I'm not, di ba, hindi naman perfect yung mga pinagdadaanan namin. Hindi nga lang kami reality show na parang lahat kailangan talagang pag-usapan. Pero nobody's perfect.
Tapos again, informative siya, hindi siya direct magsalita. Kasi kung direct ka, kung ano yung question, talaga, i-answer mo lang, magsi-circulate lang dun yung answer mo. Samantalang siya, informative, para nagbibigay siya muna ng details before she answered the real question.
And it's so important to just be yourself. Well, it's nice to have raw moments and real moments. And moments na, wow, akala ko, kayang-kaya ko to. Akala ko, alam mo yun, pero hindi pa pala. Ang dami ko pa palang hindi alam. Ang dami ko pa palang kailangan matutunan sa mga tao. But at the same time, nakikita mo rin kung gaano ka na naka-grow, kung ano na yung mga pagkakamaling nagawa mo na parang, alam ko na yan. Hindi mo na masasabing naive ako. Kasi pinagdaanan ko na yon, hindi ko ginusto, and natuto na ako.
SI. Sige.
So, marami akong ganun. Hindi nga lang ako yung type na mag-share ng dirty secrets or mag-share ng lahat-lahat. Like, as in, kahit masira na yung isang tao, kwento ka pa rin ng kwento. I'm not that type. So, sometimes, quiet lang ako kasi I'm very sensitive din ako. Parang, pag sobrang sakit na, parang natatameme na lang ako.
When these happen, do you cry? Umiyak ba sa Casey Concepcion?
Hindi ba? Minsan nga hindi ko mapigilan. Kahit sa harap ng milyong-milyong katao, nahihiya na nga ako eh. Pero I'm very transparent. I always say my favorite feature, siguro, I was recently asked this by a makeup brand.
I was recently asked, SI,
What's your favorite feature on your face? And I always say, I think now that you've asked me that question, it's my...
tapos nag-initiate na naman siya. Oh, informative. Hindi na naman yung mismong question agad. Bibigay ulit ng details.
eyes. Because I feel a lot. I really feel a lot. And I'm very sensitive to my surroundings. So even if I can't say it, my eyes
I feel a lot, FI. So, parang awareness of one's own feelings.
say it all. So yun. And that's how I also knew you. Because whenever I'd look at you, I'd say there's something about Mela.
And maybe it's really because of our sensitivity that we connect. I know how you feel inside because I'm very sensitive as well to
She knows how she feels inside. So, there's a high chance na this girl is an FE user. So,
the feelings of people around.
di ba kasi yung mga extroverted functions, they absorb the introverted functions.
Around me. And speaking of sensitivity, I know you're also in touch with your emotions. In terms of moving on from the heartbreaks, whether it be romantic or about career or about anything about your life, what's the most important thing about you that you always bring with you?
Mag-move on. Hindi illegal at hindi bawal mag-forgive at mag-move forward at mag-let go. Just because itong particular thing na to naka-burden sa'yo, nakapampabigat sa'yo for the longest time, it doesn't mean na yun yung default mode mo lagi when it comes to that topic or that person. Minsan, pagising mo sa umaga, okay ka na. Mararamdaman si Ate Juday nagsabi sa akin ito eh. Babe, sabi niya,
Name dropping is associated with TE, extroverted thinking. So, parang sabi nga kasi 'di ba, extroverted thinking, you borrow the credibility of other people. So, ayan.
wag mo nang isipin yun. Alam mo, darating, ikaw yung tipong tao na darating na lang sa'yo yun, na biglang pagising mo, mararamdaman mo na lang yun sa'yo na willing na akong mag-risk. Willing na akong mag-move on. Willing na akong hindi napansinin yun. Okay na ako. Iniyak ko na. Napagdaanan ko na. Natakot na ako. At lahat. Dadating na lang yun sa parang maka-feel mo na lang. Yun. And I think adaptability and also yung quality ng parang you
Adaptability, NE. Yung mga NE users, they are more adaptable.
parang happy ka lang kasi din on the inside, di ba? There are things na parang hindi na worth it na magalit ka, hindi na worth it na parang hanggang ngayon ganun yung reaction mo. Parang kailangan naman may maiba after a while, di ba?
Sinasabi mo, mahalaga sa'yo ang forgiveness at mahalaga sa'yo yung moving forward and moving on. Let's say, with your exes, can you say that you can be friends with them?
Mahalaga ha, pero it doesn't mean na parang ipapalipasin mo lang lahat yon. Nako, hindi ako nakakalimot. Hindi ako nakakalimot. Tsaka ako when I love
Hindi ako nakakalimot,
talaga. Kahit friend. Kahit
kind of like SI inferior kasi mga SI inferior, lalo na pag binigyan mo sila ng bad experience, they will never forget. Kasi inferior function yung natamaan sa kanila eh. Pero let's see.
family member. sinaspoil ko pa nga yung iba, sabi sa akin ng mga tao, sinaspoil ko yung mga love ko sa buhay ko. Pero pag may nangyari, parang willing akong mag-forgive, okay ka na, pero hindi ako nakakalimot. Kahit nakasmile ako sa harap mo, alam ko yung ginawa mo at pinaramdam mo sa akin, unless nakikita ko
Yung ginawa at pinaramdam, nako, FI. Tapos SI, FISI, nako.
talaga na that person is willing to start again and really means it and works towards making it a even better friendship or relationship after.
I think maraming nagsasabi sa akin na yes, you can forgive, but please do not forget because you learn from them. You learn from those experiences.
Yeah,
At ito yung mga bagay na... Go ahead.
Yung they'll feel lang na parang okay lang yan, kaya
Nag-interrupt siya, tapos nag-initiate siya, o di ba? Initiating talaga. So, extroverted talaga si Casey Concepcion.
yan kasi mabait naman yan eh. Pero no, don't mistake yung ibang tao akala dahil mabait hindi na-observe yung mga bagay-bagay.
Totoo. Alam mo, naniniwala ako na ang mabait can only get you somewhere. Mas mahalaga ang maging mabuting tao kaysa maging mabait.
May difference nga yun, di ba?
Yes,
Iba
oo.
ang mabait na tao sa mabuting tao. May difference.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Natutunan ko. Pero totoo, I remember having a conversation like that with someone. Sabi ko,
I remember talking about past experiences ulit.
itong taong to, mabait minsan, pero hindi mabuting tao. Meron akong kakilala na
That's your FI, good or bad judgment, di ba? Good or bad judgment. Kasi FI user siya. So, ayun.
ganun na parang hindi siya mabuting tao, pero ang bait niya.
Ikaw yung type of person you can read aura. Yung you can feel na parang itong taong to, I think, mabuti siyang tao. Or itong taong to parang nagpapanggap lang siya. Are you that type?
Alam mo, ang isa sa mga kasalanan ko dati, malakas ang kutob ko, pero nagpapadala
Talking about past again.
ako dati. Yeah, meron akong kutob. And may parang something na hindi ka 100%, pero bakit mo naman pakikialaman, ganun siya. Naging sensitive na lang din ako sa ganun. Kaya din I don't always, I'm very picky in a way. Picky pa. Pero totoo, picky ako minsan sa time ko eh. Kasi, nakaka-absorb din ako ng energy. Parang minsan, pagod ako. Parang wala naman sinasabi yung tao, pero gulong-gulo ka.
Parang medyo abstract siya.
Salamat.
Parang, ang gaan lang ng loob mo sa kanya. Like, no pressure, pero parang, okay tong taong to. Super okay tong taong to.
If there's one thing that you want to tell young women right now in their 20s who are exploring the world, what is one lesson that you want to tell them?
Oh, wow. I would say, don't be afraid of people and situations that, you're parang nagtetensing body mo. Just really, of course, take care. Always be...
Don't be afraid of people. Alam ko yung statement na yan, parang it talks about SI inferior. Kasi nga, although yung mga SI inferior, di ba, ENTP, ENFP, they are extroverted, pero because they are afraid of having a bad experience, sometimes, parang sila nga yung ini-stereotype na ambivert, di ba? Kalahati extroverted, kalahati introverted. Kasi nga, they are afraid of having a bad experience. Parang she's talking about SI inferior, pero hindi ko sure. Pero sige.
Street smart in any way that you can, read up, but I think the most important is to just be don't be judgmental when you meet a person or when you go to a different place, because you're entering somebody else's space and you're entering somebody else's territory. It's not all about you. you're entering somebody else's space and territory, and you have to have an
Entering somebody else's space and territory. That's abstract. Diba?
an opening of, hey, what can I learn from this person? Diba? When you talk to them, it's not all about
What can I learn? That's TE.
you. A lot of the time, kasi when we judge or when we criticize right away, it's really more because you're afraid of criticism and you've been judged before.
You're afraid of criticism, diba? TE again.
So it really says more about you than it does about the place, more about you than it does about the person. Into the Western world, for example, there's more flexibility with getting to know different cultures, different, and I think Filipinos are becoming more open for sure. And hopefully that continues. Diba? So when you go out, meet a new person, and travel to a different place,
Becoming more open. Possibilities. NE.
try and be in the mindset of, hey, what do I have to learn from that? Instead of, oh, it's this and it's that, and you're diba? Parang just try, and you'll see that it's interesting. The world is interesting. Yeah, yun. And I think, we're so connected but also so disconnected. That
Abstract. We're so connected but also very disconnected.
the forever parang
More more like intuitive siya.
that's a forever debate there, that we're so connected yet so disconnected. And don't forget humanity, don't forget the human touch, don't forget meeting face to face, doing things for each other, be open to dinners and visiting each other and each other's houses. And there's still something so different with that kind of connection. Never lose that want to feel what the other person is feeling or wants to say. It's not all about ano lang. Well, masaya rin naman umaura-aura.
Initiating.
Never to forget, di ba, to build relationships.
Si Glidel, sabi niya, Miss Universe ba to? Ang ganda ng tanungan at sagot ni Ate Chase. Diba?
So, kasi kami, galing kasi kaming talk show. Nagkatrabaho kami ni Mela nung talk show, mga talk show
Initiating.
days. So, ito talaga ano namin, gusto namin in life. Kadalasan, pag nag-uusap tayo, di ba, I'm always looking at you sa salamin kasi mini-makeupan ako ni Carmi.
I'm always looking at you. SI. Mini-makeupan ako SI.
So, pag mini-makeupan niya akong ganyan, tapos kausap kita.
If it's not too much to ask, could you tell us, could you open your heart to us and let us know one insecurity that you have right now at your age?
I mean, during the quarantine, it was super open to ha. And I think alam nyo naman to. Parang, I really kasi, parang I grew up na takot sa marriage, takot minsan sa lalaki.
Informative. Instead of saying directly kung ano yung insecurity niya, parang ina-answer niya in a storytelling kind of way. So, yan.
Ganun. Parang feeling ko, bago nila ako iwan ko muna sila. O ako na mauna. And it wasn't until the lockdown, the global pandemic, that I really always say, wow, now I know the value of having a partner. Now I know the value of having a good partner. And makikita mo who is meant to be in your life and who is not talaga. Kung sino yung pampabigat, wag na.
Let them go. Let them go. Yes,
Yung
they don't deserve to be in your circle.
Yung nakaka-happy, yung hindi naman, alam mo yun, hindi naman laging happy, pero like yung, yung parang ang gaan, it's worth it to have this person around. Naka-add siya ng value sa buhay ko. Yun yung masarap i-keep.
Nakaka-add siya ng value sa buhay ko. So, FI.
Tayo na, may mga girls na natatakot mag-fall ng todo-todo. Tapos parang
Yes.
hindi mo na ma-bring back yung sarili mo. Parang nahulog ka na sa bangin. Alam mo yung gano'n.
Nahulog ka na sa bangin. Abstract.
So, don't be afraid kasi ang sarap ng feeling ma-in love kahit masaktan ka in the end. Grabe, parang nasa ibang dimension ka.
Feeling ko ang lagay ng puso ni Casey ay very, ano siya, full of wisdom. Ang dami niyang baon at ang dami niyang bit at
May
overflowing yun.
makaka-yoga ko to eh. Nakaka-yoga.
Totoo. At kakaluto. Kakaluto.
Nakaluto. Sandali lang. Nakikita mo ba
Yes.
yung cooking show on Instagram Live? Si
Yes.
Kitchen Collab.
Initiating.
Yes.
Nagka-cooking show ako bigla na hindi ko na-expect.
Yun nga. How did that happen?
I grew up in a family that loves to cook. As in, kuya ko, lolo ko, lola ko, mami ko, ganon. And kung
Informative. How did it happen? Pero, she's just telling a story again.
ako tatanungin nyo, I love helping out. Ang gandang way to learn na parang alam mo yon na friends mo talaga, tunay na kaibigan mo talaga yung nagtuturo sa'yo. And then, na-realize ko, hey, maybe other people are like me. Maybe a lot of people want to learn how to cook in the kitchen. Hindi lang naturuan ng nanay. Or baka, alam mo yun, mag-isa lang din sila like me. Or gustong magpasikat sa mga partner nila. So sabi ko, okay, gagawa ako ng
And E, all about possibilities. What if, all about the what ifs and maybes.
IG, Instagram show na sabay-sabay tayong matututong
Kung
magluto.
pwede lang ako mag-follow up. If there's one lesson, looking forward, if you are to be a mother in the future, and I'm sure you will be a great, great mother,
Ooh.
what is the most important lesson that you would tell them?
Be a good friend. What can you do for others? But also, when somebody is not nice to them, I'll teach them to fight. Because it's not good to always accept and sacrifice your comfort for someone else's. I think I did that way too much before.
So, sacrifice your comfort. Kasi parang sa point of view ng SI inferior, mga ENFP or ENTPs, yung comfort nila is a priority to them. Kasi nga SI inferior, afraid of being uncomfortable, of having a bad experience. So, parang, tignan natin, based sa cognitive functions, parang NFP or STJ siya eh. Pero, tignan natin.
And thank you so much for being so open,
Ang interview.
for being so intimate, for being so personal and bold to
Vlog naman yan.
Ako alam na grateful and thankful so much sa'yo. Bakit? Hindi ka madamot.
Tingnan mo nga ako.
Hindi ka madamot ako. Kasi bakit? Until nandito ako. You have given me the break. You have given me the field, an open ground, a very huge open ground for me to do whatever crap I have.
At ang talent nakikita mo sa isang tao and hindi mo siya binigyan ng pakpak, sayang siya. Kapag ang isang tao
Abstract.
alam mo may mai-offer pero walang ginawa dun sa tao na yun kung di pabagsakin siya, hinahin siya pababa, putulin yung pakpak niya, sobrang mahihirapan yung tao na yun ipaglaban yung pwedeng maging buhay niya. And pag nakakakita ko ng tao na kahit mas nakakatanda sa akin or hindi, once na nakikita ko yung love niya dun sa trabaho niya, gusto ko siya
NE yan eh. What other people want or NI kasi 'di ba is passion. Tapos NE NE is naghahanap ng passion in other people. So, yan.
Yun ang taktak. Yung wind beneath my wings, yun eh. And ako, parang, thank you then for trusting me to give you the wind beneath your wings at that time. Kasi, yung talent mo rin yung nagdala sa'yo dito, Charms. Tsaka yung willpower mo. Ang daming
O, diba? NI is willpower. So, yung mga NE, it consumes NI.
pwedeng gawin ng isang tao pag binigyan siya ng freedom and
So, NI kasi is finding possibilities, di ba? Finding potential in other people. So, very obvious na NE user siya talaga.
yun nga, wind beneath your wings, diba? Kaya, thank you God na ito yung nangyari sa'yo. I'm very proud of you. And I really want for you to be happy and to reach all your dreams na, ang natutunan ko sa friend ko, kay Tim Yap, time to dream new dreams.
Team Yap. Name dropping again. TE.
Time to make new dreams happen. Hindi porket nag-succeed ka na sa isang bagay, frozen ka na doon. Hindi. Pwede mo siyang i-close and pwede mong ulitin na iba naman yung gagawin mo. And
Obviously, starter type siya. Ito. Kasi, mga starter type, sila yung mga tipong they tend to start things. Ang taas ang energy nila at the beginning. Tapos, eventually, mawala ng energy. Tapos, mag-start ulit ng panibagong things. So, yun yung mga starter type. So, informative initiating siya. So, she can only be ESFJ, ESFP, ENTP, or ENFP. So, based sa cognitive functions niya, NESI user siya. So, eliminated na yung ESFP. Tapos, nakita din natin na abstract siya. So, parang, ang nakikita ko sa kanya, para siyang either ENFP or ESFJ. Pero, let's verify kung FITE user ba talaga siya. So, ayan.
lilipad ka pa. So, dream new dream.
Hanap tayo ng ibang interview.
So I am supporting World Food Program, but also the World Wildlife Fund newly. So I'm being launched this month as their newest ambassador, and I really feel great that these two organizations are amazing, and that I get to really focus on food and how food can be used as an incentive to improve people's lives. From where I'm at, and everybody that supports, it's just such a win for everybody. So yeah, thanks for allowing me to talk about that. It's so important to me to just stick to these two causes. And
I love that you use your platforms to do that. And isn't your latest kitchen collab with Richard Gomez?
Mm-hmm. Well, so Mayor Richard is actually a superstar mayor or mock. He's a guy, but I do look up to him, and all the more now, because not only was he an award-winning actor, this guy has an MBA and a PhD in public service, and then he was a 4-time Olympian.
So, verified na yung FITE niya. Kasi, if you are a FITE user, you give importance to people's titles, to people's achievements, mga accomplishments nila. So, ayan.
He does fencing and all these things, and he's not just an athlete, an actor, and a politician. He has an MBA, and he's a wonderful father and husband. To his daughter and his wife, and so this guy, it's his left brain and right brain are working equally, and I'm just how is that even possible? But it is possible, and I think more and more, it's important for us, especially in these times, to be a little more picky about who we really share our energy with, and not to be afraid to
Share energy with abstract.
kind of not cut people off, but to guard your energy and who has access to that.
Let's do a summary. So, FITE user siya, verified na yan. NESI user. So, sino lang ba yung mga types na FITE and NESI user? It's either yung mga STJs or NFPs. Ang pangit naman na sulat. Tapos, ayan, either STJ or NFP lang siya based sa cognitive function. So, sa interaction style naman, alam natin na informative siya and initiating. Pag sinabi mo kasing initiating, lagi ka nag-initiate ng topic, ng bagong idea, extroverted ka. So, yung INFP and ISTJ, eliminated na yon. So, alam natin na extroverted siya. So, she can only be an ESTJ or an ENFP. Pero, based sa mga nakita natin, abstract siya. And she's very affiliative. 'Di ba? Ambassador nga daw siya nung parang World Food Program na yung goal is to feed the hungry. Ganon. So, ayun, affiliative siya. She's focused on doing what is proper or what is right. Tapos, dito sa movement versus control, parang mas more on movement siya eh. Mas more on the process siya kesa dun sa outcome. So, tingnan natin, i-cross-match natin. So, she can only be ESTJ or ENFP. So, since abstract siya, sino ang mga abstract? Mga intuitives. So, abstract siya and affiliative, so she can only be an ENFP. Iba-ibang interview yung tinignan ko kasi nga, pwede siya mag-vary. Kasi pwede nagko-cognitive transition. Pero, based sa mga nakita ko, she is an ENFP. ENFP. So, Casey Concepcion is an idealist. Yan. Kay Will Rose Gorumba, sana nakatulong tong pag-type ko kay Casey Concepcion. Tsaka sana, kung pwede, kung gusto mong mag-comment, paki-comment bakit siya yung gusto mong ipa-type. So, thank you very much for watching. Sana may natutunan kayo. And if you have different thoughts, you disagree with how I typed her, you can always comment. Kasi I'm always open sa idea ng ibang tao. Pero, ayun, I can always re-verify. So, ayun lang. Thank you very much. See you next time.